Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Spencer?
Bradley, 6324, okay?
Yeah. And what we have here, what we have here is the bottle of stainless, but that's been discontinued. And so we have to go back with these plastic bottles. But that looks like a 16-inch bottle, right?
16 ounce?
They make 16 ounce. They make a 16 and a 32, I believe.
True. Yeah,
well, is it possible to get something smaller than a 16 ounce?
No, sir.
Because we're kind of... We can't?
No, sir. Not. I've never seen one smaller than that sort of size.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering, because we're kind of cramped for space. And would you know about the height or the length of this plastic bottle?
Sure. The bottle itself is going to be about 7-inch tall.
Okay. All right, then. Well, we got a bunch of water heaters and stuff under the sink, and I know that stainless bottle we had, it just barely fit in there, and I didn't know which one was.
And that stainless bottle was 5-inch. That's not good.
Oh, boy. 5-inch, really? Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it is, ain't it? So what do we do in a case like that? Is there anything we can do? I mean, they don't make anything any shorter, do they?
No, not that I've ever seen. I can't think of a way to put anything on there that'll be smaller. I don't know what that thread type is. I don't know, there's no way to modify that bottle that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Looks like a 1/2-inch pipe thread is what it looks like. But on that, on this old stainless, it looks like a 1/2-inch thread is what it looks like. So. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's no way to cut that bottle in half and glue something on there, it looks like. I don't know what to do with it, but
I do know there's such a thing as welding certain materials like that, but that is completely out of my realm of expertise.
And not only that, you got that thing that slides down in the bottle. It's got to be, that's pretty long too, isn't it?
The stem's got to be, it's pushing 3-inch for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, this one here's got a long tube on it sticking past the thread, so it'll go down to the bottom of the bottle. Okay, I wonder if there's other brands that make stuff like that you know of.
Yeah, they do. I didn't want to introduce a new manufacturer into the mix because it sounds like you have Bradley, but let's take a look. The AJ, that's not really much smaller. Let's look at the U120. Okay, so there is. There's a AJW, their part number is U129PC, but what I need to do is see if that's noticeably, substantially shorter. So let me walk over to my shelf. It's about 20 feet from my desk. 553 is the location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 553. Okay, right here. U129PC. Let's take this out of the box and let's measure the. Well, it's shorter. It ain't just going to be earth-shatteringly shorter. This bottle is about 5.5 overall height.
Oh. That's a start, anyway. What's the name of that? Is that
In the search box in the site, it would be U as in uniform, 129 PC as in Papa Charlie. I'm gonna see how much I can get this all put down here. So that's got to be. Should be able to.
I had this one thing pop up. It's AJW U128PC. I don't know, but it won't let me pull it up though.
Yeah, you want U129PC. That's the 128's the larger capacity. You know, you should be able to get this whole gizmo. You know, the entire. If I threaded that up, how far can I go with this? You know, I'm thinking if you ran the brass threaded stem all the way down into the bottle, you really ought to be able to keep it to maybe about 6 inches from the underside of your vanity, because you know the stem is thoroughly threaded all the way up, and if you run your globe nut plastic bottle cap all the way up, you run that threaded brass shank all the way down, and you trim your plastic hose and give it that bird's mouth prep, you'd be able to draw that in really down, really uptight. That's for sure.
Yeah, so you could run that globe collar all the way up to that nut.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right under the sink. And this says here that bottle is 5 7/8 inches long.
Well, the 5 7/8 is going to include the threaded cap on top. The bottle itself is 5.5. But yeah, with the cap, it's going to be 5 7/8. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be cutting it close, because this thing is 5 inches, and they said it was sitting right on top of. I mean, they had to almost knock it in so it was hitting the hot water heater or something. But well, Well, let me ask you this: if I got this stainless steel little sub-dispenser welded up, where they could patch it up. Well, never mind. I can't do that. It's full of rust. It's kind of rusted out on the inside, too. I thought I'd just have it welded, but it's full of rust. So I'm going to have to go with, I don't know. I may have to go with this 129.
It sounds like you should try it. Because how far does that 6324 hang from the bottom of the vanity overall? It's probably not up tight to the top of the vanity. Yeah,
see, I need to go and look at it, because I didn't really take it off, so I don't really know how much room we have. But okay, so if I got a clearance of, let's say, 6 inches between the top of the water heater and the bottom of the sink, 6.5 inches, it probably would work, wouldn't it?
Sounds like it would, yes, sir.
Okay. To fill it, what do you have to do? Is unscrew this can off and fill that up and then screw it back on there? Is that how they do it?
The conical shaped escutcheon on the top, you will unthread that. You're going to pull the entire spout out and then use a funnel and fill it from up top.
Although, that's how they do it.
Although that's not going to work with how you're going to do it. I think you're going to need to unthread it from the bottom, because if you run that shank all the way down, what are you really filling? You're filling just the column of the shank. So if we're going to, you know what I mean? If you really run that all the way down, you're only going to get it as full as what you clear area on the bottom of the globe plus your column of your shank. So I'm not thrilled with the maintenance.
Now I see what you're saying. If that collar's all the way down into that bottle, almost to the bottom, then you'll never fill that bottle up at all, will you?
You'll never fill it, and I don't think it's going to work well to begin with. Well, shoot. Now hold the phone. Why? Shoot. How much of that stem can we cut off? That brass collar. Now the valve is inside of there, but we should be able to take something off to give you.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, I bet you can take off every bit of 2-inch, and that's just going to be brass, chrome-plated brass. So.
Yeah, because that thing just needs to go into the top of the bottle. This so far, this enough to hold it, right?
Right. It'd probably be a hassle with being able. You'll never be able to fill the soap, but you know, if it's moderate or low volume use, it may not be the end of the world, because then you could fill it from the top and not make a mess.
So in other words, cut that down, that threaded thing down as far as you can to get your space under there. Well, that means that then you could cut the inside tube down to match that, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You know. Well, then it looks like to me like you ought to be able to fill the bottle after that. All you done was shorten the pipe on it, or the threads.
Yeah, but I think you're not gonna be able to fill it. You'll be able to get more soap in there, but never fill it. You know, if you took 2 inches off, you might be able to fill the thing halfway, optimistically, but never completely.
I mean, if you cut 2 inches off, you couldn't fill that bottle up?
Well, I mean, you're still going to have more than half of the stem sticking inside the bottle, and I don't think you're going to get the soap as you're filling it to push to displace all that soap below it and fill up the sides.
Oh, that part you're cutting off, is that the stem? I thought maybe it had something sticking out the bottom of it, like a tube or something.
Well, the tube will come off, but you can cut. I'm thinking you can cut the threaded brass chrome-plated stem up to where the valve is, where the tube will then come off, and let that just hang down.
I see. Huh. Well, I don't know. It seems to me like, what if you cut that back? Let's say you cut it back 2 inches to where the bottle screws almost up to that nut, and then you had your tube hanging down almost to the bottom. You know, like it probably is. Couldn't you just fill it up there and fill that whole thing up?
So if I took the bottle and I put it over the stem, the entire height of the bottle would be consumed by the stem. The stem would run all the way to the bottom and still not take up all the length of the threaded portion. So if we're going to cut off, 2 inches of that, and then still thread the bottle up as far as we can to conserve space, there's still going to be a lot of that threaded shank down in the bottle. Oh, I see. Because wait a minute. So you're saying that the tube goes up in there, but then it probably fastens to something up in there, don't it? I mean, the plastic tube will pressure fit onto the valve.
Oh. Well, that might be the best we can do. But if we did it that way, could you still fill it from the top with a funnel?
You can. I just don't think you're going to ever fill the bottle completely. Yeah,
I see what you mean. Well, that sounds like that might be the only choice we have. Because unless we had a way to take the Bradley bottles and cut them in half, and splice them together.
Yeah.
But I don't see how we could do that.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. We'll think of something to do. But anyways, okay. Well, I may, you guys carry this brand too, do you? Or is it?
Oh, AJW?
Yeah.
We've got 10 of them sitting 12 feet from me.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do some figuring, and I've got your website and phone number and stuff, and probably call you back here in a little bit. So.
My name is Richard. I'll be here all day.
Okay, Richard. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. If you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please click subscribe as well, and even share the video with someone that you know. And if you have any questions for a future video, please send them our way and we will make every attempt to oblige. And thank you very much.